Welcome to the City of Anaheim's video series, Visualizing the Code. Every lot in the city has been classified with a zone type that explains what can be built on the property and where it can be built. This video will go over the basic requirements for additions to properties in our most common single-family residential zone, the RS2 Zone. The RS2 Zone stands for Residential Single Family. The 2 relates to the minimum lot size. In this case, it is the second largest with a minimum lot size of 7,200 square feet. There are 3 basic requirements you need to keep in mind when planning your addition or remodel: location, height, and size. Let's take a look at this example that will help us visualize the code. In this example, a family wants to remodel and expand their single-family house to a 2-story home, including room additions in the front and rear yards. Let's see if this meets our 3 main criteria. First, let's check the location of the addition. Every residential property has required front, side, and rear yards. The distance from a property line to the imaginary line that delineates the yard area is called a setback. In the RS2 zone, the front yard setback is 25 feet, the side yard setback is 5 feet, and the rear yard setback is 25 feet. But that can be reduced to 10 feet as long as the addition in the rear yard does not exceed 35% of the rear 25 feet of the property. Confused too? Well, we'll come back to this a little later. In this example though, the front and side setbacks conform to the code and the addition is located 10 feet from the rear property line. Check. Second, the RS2 zone allows a maximum building height of 35 feet or 2.5 stories. In the scenic corridor, which includes all properties east of the 91 and 55 freeway interchange, the maximum height is 25 feet or 2 stories. This addition measures in at 25 feet. Check. Third, we need to look at the size of the proposed residence in comparison to the size of the lot. If we look at the top view of the property, the combined footprint of the house, garage, and addition cannot exceed 40% of the lot size. In this case, the size of the lot is 7,200 square feet, and the footprint of the building measures 2,600 square feet. Some quick math, carry the 1, square root of pi, and we see that the property has a lot coverage of 36%, less than 40%, so it's okay. Now, remember that 10-foot rear yard setback we talked about earlier? The second part of that exception references a rear yard lot coverage. What's that? If we look at just the back 25 feet of the property and we do a lot coverage calculation, the addition cannot exceed 35% of that rear area, and it cannot be any closer than 10 feet. Here, we see that the rear yard lot coverage is 19%, and the addition is exactly 10 feet away from the rear property line. So we're 3 for 3. To summarize, in the RS2 zone, the required distance from the front property line is 25 feet, 5 feet from the sides, and 25 feet in the rear, with the exception of 10 feet. The maximum height is 35 feet and 25 feet in the scenic corridor, and the maximum lot coverage is 40% and 35% in the rear yard. We hope that this scenario helped you to visualize the code. Visit our website for additional information or call to speak with a planner.